火，烧什么东西呢？
烧饭。
煮饭吗？
我可以试一下这个饭，吃进去，
只要那边一有战乱，就会一批人跑过来。
有弹孔的，手脚的骨头断，肠胃破裂的也有。
Lahad Datu is a coastal town within the Tawau district in the eastern part of Sabah. It's 80 to 100 kilometers away from Semporna, adjacent to the Philippines by sea, and near the Sulu archipelago.
This is Kampung Panji, located in Lahad Datu, Sabah. There are over 300 households and more than 2,000 people here, most of whom are stateless. The issue of foreign populations is a highly controversial topic in Sabah. With Lahad Datu being particularly notable for its immigrant population, there are about 40 stateless villages like this in Lahad Datu.
Lahad Datu comes from the Bajau language of the Suluk language family, meaning land of the nobles. Historically, the Sulu was once an independent Islamic kingdom, established in the 15th century. It once controlled what's now southern Philippines and parts of the vast land of Sabah, Malaysia. Lahad Datu was part of this.
煮火，就这样生火，烧什么东西呢？
烧饭。
煮饭吗？
我们从哪里过呀？都找不到路。这里上。
你可以上。
小心，师兄。Hello。原来刚才就是他们家在做饭。
Kau paham saya cakap? Kau pandai bahasa? Ini ikan tangkap kah? Kamu tangkap kah atau beli?
Tangkap.
Tangkap dia dipancing?
Tidak, bukan.
Hah?
Bukan.
Pukat. Jadi yang ini campur dengan nasi makan?
Ubi.
Makan dengan ubi.
Musuh. Itu ubi kayu
Iya.
Itu musuh.
They rely on marine resources for their livelihood. With the rise of large-scale fishing, their simple and primitive methods make survival increasingly difficult.
Tante saya. Bapak di mana?
Bapak pergi memukat.
Memukat.
你们怎么分配吃饭呢？这么一
Mau
个碗。
makan? Dan nasi. Ini ubi.
我可以试一下这个饭，我试一下它这个木薯的味道。我觉得有点酸了，有点坏了。刚进嘴是 OK 的，但是吃进去就是酸的感觉了。
The simple grocery store in the village sells only a few items. Oil costing a few cents per stick, cassava flour priced at 2 ringgit per packet. This reflects their daily purchasing power. Cassava flour has a shelf life of up to 7 days. Without running water, electricity, and a refrigerator, it's not uncommon for food to spoil.
Asal pun kami yang nenek kami yang dulu asal lahir di Sabah. Tapi kami yang macam kami ni anak paranak, bukan kami orang Filipina juga, tapi kami asal palaut, tinggal di dadat kah, macam ini rumah, kadang-kadang tiada, kadang-kadang macam ini tiada no. Kadang-kadang kami memancing, habis ambil latu begini, mau telam, kadang-kadang dijual baru boleh dapat makan, itu saja. Tapi asal kami orang Sabah, waktu nenek kami yang dulu Tawau Sampurna, dia orang sampai di sini Lahad Datu. Kawin sini, lahir sini juga, tapi apa boleh buat kami ini tiada apa ini tiada segi lahir ke apa, kau tahulah orang Palao, kehidupan laut.
In 1963, Malaysia was officially formed. The sovereignty of Sabah was recognized by the international community and became part of Malaysia. According to statistics, there are nearly 800,000 descendants of the Suluk people living in the state of Sabah, Malaysia. Although they've quickly assimilated into the local indigenous community, many of them still don't hold identity cards from any country. Among them are the Bajau Laut people who live on the sea.
This group of people were used to moving freely for hundreds of years. When Sabah joined Malaysia, they didn't formally apply for identity cards or anything like that. As a result, this issue has persisted until now, and their numbers have only continued to grow.
After Malaysia's independence, the economic gap between the two countries widened. The Philippines experienced ongoing domestic conflicts, even escalating into violent clashes.
Around Christmas of 1972, civil unrest broke out in southern Philippines. Many of those injured individuals and civilians fled to Sabah. Some had gunshot wounds, and some had ruptured intestines or fractured limbs. We witnessed all kinds of injuries. Of course, I knew they were outsiders entering illegally. I regarded them as patients.
Former senator and surgeon Dr. Chong Eng Leong, due to political reasons, began paying attention to the issue of foreign populations in Sabah in 1994.
Undocumented individuals. Currently, there are 2 million. Why does Sarawak's population growth rate appear like this, but Sabah's is different?
He collected a large amount of historical data and information and wrote a book on Sabah's population explosion, hoping to draw attention from all sectors of society.
At that time, they had nationality. They were Filipinos. They were refugees. Both the federal and state governments promised to issue them a document acknowledging their presence in Sabah, called IMM13. Later, Sabah's economic development made significant progress, especially in the timber industry, which required foreign labor. These workers were referred to as economic migrants. Many Indonesians also came over. So the federal government at that time encouraged granting citizenship to them, not only to Filipinos, but also to Indonesians, as well as Indians and Pakistanis. They encouraged them to come to Sabah, to the point that many undocumented individuals felt emboldened to enter, aware of how the federal government would treat them. So after several decades, what can be done? Some people didn't get the documents, and as a result, their children also became undocumented. Thus, they're referred to as the stateless descendants. I believe they're now into the 3rd or 4th generations.
In Sabah, the stateless population mainly include the following categories. 1. Refugees from southern Philippines. 2. Illegal immigrants and their descendants. 3. Historical issues. Due to colonial rule in the past and unclear border demarcations, some indigenous people and border residents became stateless. The most prominent example is the Bajau Laut, who've lived nomadically at sea for years. 4. Legal factors. A small number of people in remote inland areas didn't register their marriages, resulting in children born without proper documentation, or in some cases, legal factors in marriages leave children stateless. 5. Policy factors. Some foreign residents with valid residence permits face subsequent policy changes that prevented them from renewing their permits, causing their descendants to become stateless. A boat is their home. Without legal identity, what's life like for them at sea? Stay tuned for the next episode, A Life Adrift, the wandering life of the Bajau Laut people.